Hi, is Mr. Goodell there? Yeah, tell him it's Ken. I just wanted to secure a few things this weekend before my Fantasy League's games. Yeah, just let him know that we need Cam to score about 20. And also, if Tom Brady could throw an interception or two, that'd be great for our league. Yeah. All right. Is that filming? No. Welcome to the second annual Fantasy Football Video Recap. What a lovely time of year it is. The winners have won, the losers have lost, and there's a trophy on the line this year, boys and Burke. How exciting is that? I'm your host, Deputy Commish Ken. I'm wearing my Santa hat the whole video this year, and also no tie this year. Let that one sink in for a minute. Let's go. Well, gentlemen, it's been interesting. Every year is unique, and to me, 2016 was all about doing what makes you happy, even if it's not the smartest move. For example, I quit my desk job, Burke drafted 6 kickers, and 60 million people voted for Donald Trump. That is a huge number, folks. Those 4 Tom Brady votes in the primaries don't look so bad now, do they? Anyways, back to fantasy. Trump says that the media's rigged, but if only he knew about our league. Before the draft even ended, our resident bully, Dan Gleason, threatened me into dropping Mike Wallace, who scored 35 points in the first 2 weeks. I tweeted that only an idiot would draft Ezekiel Bread Elliott in the first round, and boy, was I wrong. Speaking of, not that any of us needed it, but take a look at the wideouts and running back power rankings and tell me fantasy football isn't the dumbest thing in the world. Who is Ajay? I don't know. 5 weeks ago, I thought you were just mispronouncing J.A. Adonde or Joseph Adai. Burke's multi-kicker approach got him into the playoffs despite starting the wrong one every single week. No, really, I looked it up. Since week 5, not counting bye weeks, he hasn't started the right kicker once. Rumor has it that every time Burke doesn't finish a meal, normally good Steven Gostowski misses an extra point. Moving on to the regular season. Week 1, Burke is bad, Casey is good, and Skinny Jameis puts up 25 points. By the end of the year, Burke would be good, Casey would be not so good, and slightly fatter Jameis would still be putting up 25, but that would be 25 yards. Early on, it looks like coaching would be Larry's demise as he kept leaving the Crow on the bench. But I'm glad he made the playoffs. If only Antoine Randall L could see him now. Week 3 saw 2 epic matchups where Kobe Fleener won me a game, surprisingly, and John lost to Ryan Cussy on the very last play of Monday Night Football. That one hurts. Former fantasy superstar Devontae Freeman led Cussy to victory on the ground. This is also, unfortunately, the week where Gleason, quote-unquote, gave the dick to Larry. I'll never wipe that one from my memory. Mid-year brought us Halloween, cold weather, lightning delays, and a shitstorm of Julio Jones receiving yards. Around week 5, I started calling for Beckham's head on a plate, and I still kind of want to see that happen, after the playoffs, of course. And finally, we had a blockbuster deal in this league. Somehow, Price gave me David Johnson, and I almost got away with dealing him CJ Anderson, who got hurt the very next week. Nice counteroffer, Price. Week 6, league office meeting at Zaleski's. Commission the deputy eat wings and talk business while Burke finishes chewing his wings from last year. We saw 2 ties in the NFL in 2 weeks. Maybe they should start fractional scoring too. My hot take of the year is that kickers are useless, sorry Burke, and shouldn't be involved in football at all. The curse of Pepe took full force in week 8 as I changed my name. I should have really named my team Girlfriends Deciding Where to Go to Eat, considering how much I changed my mind. Week 9, coincidentally, election week and rivalry week. I lost to Gleason's crappy team again. Let me check my notes to see how many times I've beat him. Oh yeah, it's 0. Week 10, everybody is 5-5, and we still don't have a recap. Hashtag not my commissioner. The final portion of the season brings us to our annual wing night and a reminder of how badly Jordan Goldstein wants to be in this league. Big Smirts finally lost, and Little Smirts rode R. Kelly to a playoff spot. Everything's been decided in the regular season, but we're still left with one final question. Is Joe Flacco elite? Answer, no. What's next? A new award this year. I like that the focus of this league is not on congratulating the winners, but ridiculing the losers. And sticking with that theme, I'm starting a new award called the Weekend at Bernie's Award. given to the team that played dead the most times this year. It was a tough choice considering a lot of you guys suck, but ultimately, this year we'll be spending the weekend at Cussie's. Sorry man, but those multiple 40-point performances were just not your best work. Next segment. Moving on to our next segment of off-field drama called Drama Kings, sponsored by DraftKings. Does DraftKings even still exist? I don't know, they don't actually sponsor this. I motioned last year for a modified Good 5 system because it wasn't working for us, and this year Gleason listened, except he got rid of it. What? Here's my Good 5. My team, Westworld, Jimmy Fallon, Zaleski's Wings, and Tiger Woods being back to golf. How's that for your Good 5? More radio silence from the commish this year proves that this league is an inside job. No more funny jokes, I just wanted to remind you all you're playing in a rigged fantasy football league. Finally, some NFL news. Why is there a team in Los Angeles? Why do London games exist? Why does Thursday Night Football exist? And finally, why do so many people care that a guy kneeled during the national anthem, but Tyreek Hill literally beat the shit out of another human being and everybody loves him? I'll never understand, but Burke took him off waivers, so good job. On to the chase for the ship. And now, it's time for the long-awaited 2016 Deputy Playoff predictions. Let's start with the losers bracket. Just kidding. Nobody really cares about you guys. Better luck next year and try not to disappoint the league again. Moving on to the real action in the winners bracket. We've got 6 pretty good teams this year and any of them could win, but let's be realistic. Here's a picture of me after I win my 4th fantasy ring this year. As always, I'll be predicting the playoffs without me in it because we all know I'm going to win anyways. In round 1, we have Gilman versus Gleason in an age-old rivalry game. I'm going with Larry here for 2 reasons. 1, he's got the hot hand lately, and 2, I hate Gleason. Moving to the bottom half of round 1, we have Bradley versus Burke, which I can't believe I'm saying considering for the first half of the year, it looked like Burke might go defeated. Want to know what's even more surprising? I'm taking TB12 and Le'Veon Doorbell to advance. Burke will chipmunk his way into the finals over me, but only for the sake of this video. And in the top half, I'm going to go with the Panda Bear over our Resident Bear. Looks like despite his near-perfect regular season, Josh will be getting fired from the playoffs, too. Head nod to the Moose. Who let the dogs in the finals? I did. And for the sake of not giving Burke another league title, I'll hand the Asiato Award to our unlikely number 4 seed champion. Matt Forte better be first up on that thank you speech after the game, Larry. That being said, I cannot wait to win this rigged league and take home that trophy. And now, our final segment of the league recap video called Aww. This is some of the most heartbreaking moments from this year, or as I like to think of them, opportunities to make fun of others. Have a look. And that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning into this year's recap. Given our new president, I'm not sure we have to be politically correct anymore, but happy whatever holiday that you celebrate anyways. Take care of each other. I'll see you next year. Deputy